spray and praying mother fricker. That's alright, you can spray and pray all you want. It's not going to help you. Hello everybody, GrayStillPlays, and we're back with more Halcyon 6 Starbase Commander. No time for BS. We've been beating up these pirates, and it looks like there's still plenty to go. However, we are going to have to return back to base, because we don't have any gas at all. What is this? Commander, his whole fleet has arrived at the Tityase system. What does this mean? Patrol for available fleets. Now, I don't want to patrol for any available fleets. I want to return to the Halcyon station at this time. Can we get there? Is there anything that I can do to get there? I want to go back home. I know I can do this. Ah, here we are. It looks like it's just a connecting flight. What is this? Commander, a raider fleet is bombarding the station. We should send a fleet to defeat them as soon as possible. You guys. What do we have over here? Pirate officers. We've got a couple of tiny ships and one ship that may give us a little bit of trouble, but I don't think that that will be the case. Isolde does have to head back to the starbase here. Ah, an affinity bonus. Yabbling Slayer. Man, more Yabbling slayings. Our guys must really hate these Yabblings. Now, can we get out here? We are so close at this point, we shouldn't even have to take any fuel loss, and we don't. All these ships are 3 stars now. I'm liking it. We also have quite a bit of healing and other abilities. Let's go ahead and launch this fleet and whip up on these pirates that decided to get in the way of our conquest. Uploading the virus to all pirate ships. I want to see all those sensors offline. Ah, 2 out of 3. Again, our chances are not too bad. Apt name for spray and pray. Into the fray, and we were going to head and make sure to take care of the vulnerability as well. 110 points, and that ship is almost down. From there, I would say probably a flak barrage should finish that up. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Oh yeah, flak barrage and the Shiv Mark 1 has been shivved right in the kidneys. The kidneys have a mark on it. Maybe that's why it's called the Mark 1. All it takes is 1 mark and he's out of the game. Ship disabled. You have no idea what you've just done. We'll be siphoning off of this little critter to get him out of the game as quick as possible. But I may be trying to... I'm not really sure what I want to try and do to this thing. Now, we can take advantage of vulnerable with this. Did we get vulnerable on this? We didn't. So let's go ahead and bring... Do I want to backstab this? No, we're going to save that for this one. Let's go ahead and backstab the big guy and try and take him out of the game for a round or 2 while we finish up on this little dude. Spray and pray. It actually worked in that instance because, well, poor Isolde can't really move. And the portal cannon did okay damage. Luckily, this person over here is also, for the time, disabled. It is the Pirate Warden Mark 1. And in 2 shots of the portal cannon, the little sprayer and prayer is in the wind. Too quick for you, says the rogue. Rogues are often quite quick. Let's see if we can shock mine this thing. Resisted. Blast! Blast it all. Exploits. Vulnerable. Engines down. Sensors offline. Let's go ahead. I don't actually... Do I want to bring the sensors offline? The engines down. Let's go ahead and bring the engines down. Because I know we can play off of that with the knight. From here... we can probably just go ahead and nano restoration field and take, in case we take any additional damage. Man, all these different words in this game have me tongue-tied. Saying words is hard. Okay, the engines are already down, so let's go ahead and bring the sensors offline. The rogue's pretty fast. It got 2 attacks there. I kind of like that. The flat cannon should take well enough advantage of those vulnerabilities, and it does. There's not much left of this particular ship. I don't even know why I uploaded the virus, but I'll go ahead and finish this guy off with a nice harass, and I think that that will go ahead and clear up all of our enemies, and it did. Vulnerability exploited, 290 points of damage, and we have won. Excellent. No more pirates in that system. In fact, there's a pirate grouping down here, and I think we'll go ahead and take care of those guys. We do have to get some fuel, though, so let us send the fleet. if at all possible. Actually, let's find out if going back to the space station, I know I tried that before, and I'm pretty sure I faced the same problem last time. I was wondering if you could get fuel by entering the station, and you absolutely cannot. So, down to these pirates we go. A little bit of a more difficult attacking here. It looks like we've got a navigator as well as a warden. I'm not too... Whoa, what is that? What is that thing incoming? Sir, we're approaching the position of the leader of Kut's corpsers. We're being hailed. Federation officer, though you may not know it, the vile Savik was my primary opponent for Admirac's ship. In destroying him, you have opened up the way for my ascendance. As a reward, I shall transfer you the coordinates of the Admirac's base along with a trove of resources for your use. Do you know how many pirates have offered to help me and how many pirates I have driven into the ground? Or I guess into the stars? I don't know. Either way, refused, sucker. Combat it is. Let's see what sort of things we're dealing with. Spray and pray and energy field. I imagine that's some sort of all enemy. Yes, it is. The incarceration beam and a spray and pray, and then this guy over here. So I think we're going to go ahead and go with 1, 2, and 3, and then we'll finish that up that way. First things first, though, viruses need to be uploaded to ships that look at me wrong. Well, it worked on one of them, I guess. So in this instance, normally I would like to enter the fray down here, but I guess we'll enter the fray up here to take advantage. Oh yeah, that was some good damage too, 143 points. Everyone gets a 25% buff. Incarceration beams incoming. Maybe we'll resist it? Maybe? No, we didn't resist it at all. That makes me sad. Taking some damage there, but an evasion, even while we were not able to move. That's nice. Portal beam on this guy should do all right damage and probably get him down halfway. Excellent. We don't need to backstab him. We'll just go ahead and harass. And the harassing should probably take that little shiv out in one shot. Bam! The shiv is just blown to smithereens. Spray and praying mother fricker. That's alright. You can spray and pray all you want. It's not going to help you. From here, I think we'll go ahead and try and shock mine this guy so he can't do anything. Man, resisted! My shock mines are not working all that well. A nice nano restoration field should top these two guys off and get Commander Freehold on her way to a fully repaired ship. I believe we'll go with engines down from here. Resisted on that too! How do you like those apples? We're evading quite well. Wow, look at those evades! The Mad Jukes from Katrina doing quite well, getting out of the way of the Navigator and the Warden Mark III. This isn't just a Warden Mark II, it's a Warden Mark III. Harpoon that machine. Yes, vulnerable and the sensors are offline. Since it's vulnerable, we can go ahead and hit it with this, but I'd rather just harass it and probably take it out of the game altogether. 430 points of damage! Holy crap, that'll take just about anything to the ground. Let's go ahead and start siphoning dark matter from this guy. Oh yeah, and we have an exploitation here of vulnerable. That's going to be quite nice. A full evasion? I love to see it every time. Teleport explosives into that beast of a starship. I want to see him filled with pain and agony. What else can we do here? We can bring the engines down. No, I'm sorry. We can breach the hull, which is, I think, what we're going to go ahead and do. And this guy is filled with damage over time effects. That is so awesome. Why not try and upload the virus? We'll try and put every single negative effect on this guy. We have. He's passed his turn. Things have gotten so bad that he's passing the turn. Vulnerability is exploited. Holy cow, that was a lot of damage. And from here, I think that our flak barrage... Do we have the engines down? I'm not sure that we do. We do not. So, I guess we'll still go ahead and use the flak barrage because we've got plenty of... We've already have plenty of damage over time effects on this guy. The portal cannon should do quite nicely. Oh, it evaded the portal cannon! How do you like that? Ooh, we can into the fray this guy for big damage because we do have vulnerability on that, I think. Oh, I thought vulnerable, we might have vulnerability on it. Ah, I'm sorry, that sensor's offline. That's fine, though. We're still working at a plus 25% damage ratio. Oh, yeah, go ahead and incarcerate me. I'm not too worried about that. If you're incarcerating, then you're not doing any damage, which means that you can get blown to pieces, and the battle can once again be ours. 300 materials from that. Liking it. Now, what is this? In transit to the Starbase approach. This looks like a new and interesting group of creatures that I have not met before. I'm not really sure what it could all mean. Let's go ahead and send... What is this? Well, there's more stuff incoming. What is this now? A Zlar ambassador has arrived in our system. They're claiming to be from the Zlar Yanthu Directorate. It must be a new government that has taken over. I'll put them through now. Go right ahead. Federation Commander, greeting from the Honorable Zlar Yanthu Dictoriate. It seems as though the biological superweapon you are clearly developing has gotten loose and is rapidly proliferating across Federation space. We hope you have learned not to pursue such a folly in the future. What are you talking about? Those aliens, you think we made them as some kind of weapon? What are you talking about, Zlar? I think that this is pretty much close to what I just said. All right, Six Eyes, tell me what's going on here. Oh, really? You expect us to think that you weren't breeding monstrous flesh beasts to release on our empire in your secret quest for galactic domination? No, that wasn't really it. No. Or typical Zlar paranoia. Let's just go with, no. Okay, fine then. Don't admit your charade. I promise you, our famed Zlar Yanthu bioweapons experts will eventually capture one of those creatures and expose the Federation fingerprints all over its genetic code. Be my guest. Wait, Zlar Yanthu, is that what you're called now? What of the Zlar Norch? I'm curious because I didn't know there was Zlar Norch. How dare you mention the name of that dreaded subspecies we vaporized the last of them weeks ago. The Zlar Norch ascendancy was a historic blight on our race, one that many lives were sacrificed to end. Frankly, they made the Zlar Yitosh look like the Zlar Takakok. No wonder I get tongue-tied. Who came up with all of these? Well, that cleared that up. One final warning. Do not approach or interfere with any Zlar territories or colonies. Unlike the Zlar Norch and the Zlar Kadoro, may they all roast in the great hellfires of Slackthris. The Zlar Yanthu Directorate wishes no outside contact with any race. Do not intervene in our affairs, Terran. Fine, you're interfering in my affairs. You go to hell. And we have one Sentinel Mark III coming back to our lands. How dare you? Sir of Pirate Fleet has entered the base environs. They're hailing. What? This is Lieutenant Starstabber with a message from the Admirac. Starstabber, are you related to Luke Skywalker or something? Go ahead, Lieutenant. A few days ago, our defense perimeter was breached by a Chruul assault fleet. We've lost several systems. We've lost several systems to them already. I believe it's supposed to be systems. I found the first editing mistake, and now they surrounded our asteroid base. You probably remember the one, most assuredly. Please send help whatever you can, or else we won't be able to protect our territory from Chruul expansion much longer. We'll send a fleet presently. I think the pirates have taken too much of our attention already. Man, I feel real weird about helping pirates. Real weird about that. Man, I mean, we haven't been helping pirates at all. I think the pirates have taken too much of our attention already, or we'll send a fleet. I mean, pirates are evil, right? They've been attacking us. They've been attacking our stations. Or are the Chruul actually worse? And that's the Admirax. That's the guy. We've been clearing everyone out, and all the Admirax is left. I don't usually bargain with pirates, but I know that I've had a lot more trouble with the Chruul than the Admirax. Alright, we will send a fleet. I'm going to try something new. I'm going to do something slightly different here. Oh, that guy just passed through the area. I guess he didn't want anything of it. Well, fine. Send the fleet. We'll go ahead and pick up some fuel while we're here. And there we are. Commander, our sensors have picked up something perilously close to the station. You should come have a look. Our best guess is that it's some kind of Chruul spawning spore platform. We called it a Spire. We should send a fleet of sufficient strength to investigate. New enemy structure detected. Chruul Spire. I assume it's right next to us? Oh, it is pretty close. What is this? Holy crap. In transit to Etia, stationed at the Chruul Spire. Where is Etia? Where is this thing going? Oh, this is bad, guys. We may be facing Total destruction. Now, have we built the Chruul lab? I feel like we haven't because we were waiting on enough dark matter. Let's go over here to Starbase. Ah, here we go. Build. We need... What do we need? We need 20 power. We've used 60 out of 80. How do we take down some of this power? I mean, I guess we can bring this offline? I'll bet we have to, like, build some sort of new power. Ah, here we go. Each dithorium reactor produces an additional 20 energy. That's why. What other kind of reactors can... Ooh, a tritherium reactor. Holy cow. Alright, so we have to build another dithorium reactor. Let's go down here to the build area again and build another one of these. What do all these do, just so I know? Each materials multiplier module increases the amount of materials gained by missions by 15%. Well, that's pretty neat. And the dark matter one increases it by 15% as well. Alright, very good. This is 4 days until this is constructed. Now, what are we doing here? There's all kinds of stuff moving here. Let's go ahead and transfer fuel to the fleet and leave the system. Distress signal. Materials mine. Acknowledged. Where's that distress signal coming from? It's under attack. Way up here. Gosh dang. Man, these things are way out of the way. But, you know, we've got a galaxy to protect, so I guess we'll be heading over there. Send the fleet. Distress signal receives star system Eta. Where is that at? Oh, that's actually right next to us. 2 aberrants and a spike. Let's send the fleet over there, actually. Transfer 8 fuel. Leave the facility. Head on over there. Let's take these guys out and protect. While traveling, we found 6 fuel. Well, that's nice. That's actually fantastic. I love free fuel. Start the combat. What are we dealing with here? We've got 2 brood pods. Okay, so those are heal spells, if I remember correctly. And I think both of these guys have it. Man, that's actually going to be kind of tough. And then a spike. Okay. So we're dealing with healers and 1 guy here that can just do some damage. So let's go ahead and start with a virus upload. We're going to work on these healers right away. I want these guys down as quick as possible. A slick evasion there, and we are going to be able to capitalize big time. 145 damage. Excellent. Now, these guys are a lot tougher than what we normally deal with. Oh, they're attempting to throw a couple little beams at us, are they? However, we're lucky because these healers don't really do a lot of damage. So that's quite nice. We can salvage harpoon this guy and get some negative effects on him. There's vulnerable. That's not too bad. And let's go ahead and siphon dark matter from him as well. DOTs are good because they can heal a little bit, but then the DOTs will keep on ticking, and I do like that. Now we can take this vulnerability and exploit it, and we did. So now we have quite a few damage over time effects on this, and that is quite nice. From here, let's see. We can probably do a deconstruct. Let's go ahead and deconstruct. Ah, the deconstruct worked quite nicely, and a portal cannon will follow up with that for some heavily exploitable damage. 266 damage. Holy cow. The damage over times might actually take this thing out. Yes, I'm not even going to attack this. Let's go ahead and backstab this guy so that he can't get a heal off. Hopefully it works. Is it disabled? Yes, the ship is disabled. There it goes. 65 points of damage. The vulnerability is exploited, and he is dead. We got to save an attack from one of our guys, and we didn't even have to make that attack. Let's go ahead and deconstruct this guy. I am becoming a big fan of damage over time effects. Now, we don't have any here that we can use, so we'll just go ahead and portal cannon to exploit that. 136 points of damage is quite nice. Ah, the hull is breached. No heals, though. He's not healing. I do like that. Perhaps we'll go ahead and shock mine this guy to knock him out of another round. Excellent. Another disabled down. Let's go ahead and nano restore so that we can get all of our ships to tip-top shape. I want that nano field, especially on Commander Freehold. Her ship does need to be in tippy-top condition, as she is one of our most powerful allies. From here, we can teleport explosives, but I don't think we'll be doing that. We'll probably just go ahead and bring the sensors offline. No, it resisted. Okay. Very good to know. From here, we can try and upload our virus if we wanted to, or we can portal cannon. Let's go ahead and try the virus. There's only 2 enemies, but I still think we might be able to, man, an evade or resist. Well, you can't win them all, can you? We can drone overdrive, which is what I'm going to do. We do need to get this healed up. And I believe that the drone overdrive heals over time. Ah, it does. Let's do this. Exactly, Miss Freehold. Let's do it. Crippling shot does bring the engines down. Let's see if we can get the engines down this time. Excellent. The engines are down. Portal cannon to the rescue. Try and get some damage off, and we should be able to wipe this guy out with our next attack. Come on, baby. Hold it together. The hull is breached, but we do have nice healing. Oh, that is excellent. Into the fray. Let's pump up the damage as much as possible. Excellent. Everyone is heavily inspired from that. From here, we can probably deconstruct if we want to, and the damage over time will more than likely take this guy out. Actually, it didn't even need the damage over time. Dark siphon matter, or siphon dark matter, a little bit of dyslexia there on my part. Let's go ahead and start getting the damage over time effects on this person so that our healing effects can continue to move along. Teleport the explosives in there as well. That'll go ahead and use an exploit, and I do like my exploits. And how about a deconstruct? All of the damage over time effects are on this little guy now. His next turn, he'll probably just explode into the nether. Ah, we're going to actually get one more attack in, and this should be the ending attack. The exploitation, 219 points of damage. Made contact with the dark matter extractor. That is awesome. Please continue production and transfer all dark matter to the fleet. We'll be leaving the system. I need as much dark matter as humanly possible. Man, we are making some good progress now. And from this point on, we still have quite a few missions to do, but we are making out not too bad. So guys, I hope you're enjoying Halcyon 6 Starbase Commander so far. What is this giant spire? We're gonna have to deal with it. Until the next time, stay foxy and much love.